In September 2022, Apple did something no phone company had ever done in the United States. The iPhone 14 shipped with no metal SIM tray, no ejector pin hole, nothing. Apple called it progress toward an all-digital future. What it never put in a press release is that removing the physical SIM didn't remove the tracking. Here's the part almost nobody knows. Every iPhone has a separate chip called a baseband processor that talks to cell towers completely independent of the eSIM, the Apple ID, or whatever's happening on your lock screen. That chip has its own unique number, the IMEI, and it broadcasts that number the moment it searches for a signal. It doesn't need a working plan to do that. It just needs power. The reason this is even legal traces back to a 2005 FCC rule, 47 CFR 20.18, that forces every carrier's towers to accept an emergency call from any phone, even one with zero service. That's why your screen can say SOS only and still connect. But to make that connection, your phone has to hand over its IMEI to a tower it has no relationship with, and that tower logs it. New one drops every day here. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Think about what that means. A phone sitting in a drawer with no SIM, no eSIM profile, powered on but signed out of everything, is still periodically reaching out and identifying itself to whatever tower is closest. Security researchers have used this exact behavior to place a device's rough location using nothing but old, disconnected phones. Airplane mode is supposed to stop this, and mostly it does, until the phone briefly wakes the radio to check for emergency alerts. Comment below if you've ever pulled an old iPhone out of a drawer and wondered if it still phones home. Apple's own support pages tell you the eSIM is more secure than a removable card, and in one narrow sense, that's true. Nobody can swap it out and steal your number. But the physical slot was never the vulnerability that mattered. The chip underneath it was talking the entire time. Hit the bell so this lands in your feed tomorrow, because the next secret is about a device you check before you even get out of bed.